Are those questions even relevant to, like, to me, if the point of this all is to come to peace,
Yes.
to come to the absence of doubt and trouble and thoughts, is it even of any use to go into those questions?
Yeah, well, I think that's a great question. I think that's a question we can live with, and just look and see what's really important here. If we had every answer to all of these metaphysical questions, what would it give us? That we don't already have, that we aren't already, that we're already that. Nothing can give us ourselves. The truth that one is basically whole and complete. You're whole and complete. And as such, what complete means is that nothing can be added to you and nothing can be removed from you. The truth of who you are is a finished product. The egoic idea is always trying to become something that it isn't. It seems like it's always working to be.
So it asserts that even into the spiritual path of enlightenment, and the ego then wants to become enlightened.
Right, and then we basically, fall in love with our gurus, and the ego, just like it was, the guru is a parent, we use them as a role model so that we can take our pretense and pretend onto to the next level. We can, in other words, we imagine ourselves in a certain way, and if we work real hard at it, perhaps we can imagine ourselves in a grander way. But that still isn't the truth of who we are. It's just the ego, pretending to a higher level of accomplishment.
So that could become a hidden world that one's not aware of, but that's what's going on, that they're still pretending in that way.
Yeah, well, the mind, basically it wants to, it's interested in more, better, and different. That's the litany of the mind. I want more of whatever it is, more of whatever is, less of what's bad, and I want whatever I have to be better, and I want to be better, and I want to be different than I am. I want to be like the guru. Yeah.
In my case, I absolutely want to be like Ramana, which is my own version. I want to be without vanity and without pride, and to me that's what he represents.
Right. And I'm not saying that this isn't a laudable undertaking, but in the end, the word want that's in there, and it can be put up for examination. What's wanting? What's missing? Right now, you can look each moment, right here, this precious, timeless moment. What's missing, really? Is there anything missing right now?
No.
There you go.
The record continues to play though, and I can either turn the volume down on the record or I can change the record. And for example, if the record right now is that I smoke cigarettes and I like chai, I could take that record off and I could put orange juice and no cigarettes. And I could play that record.
But right now, this moment, I don't know if you have cigarettes on you, but cigarettes aren't happening, and chai and orange juice aren't happening. We're just here sitting at this table, and everything is
There's nothing happening.
And there's none of that stuff happening anyway,
Yeah.
It's just that you had to go into memory, into the memory banks to conjure up the possibility of difference.
That's my record.
Right.
Is that my record will bring my memories.
Right.
I mean, that's how I know when I go out to the parking lot to get into my truck and not into your car.
Right. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with having memories. If you didn't have a memory, you'd be a vegetable. You wouldn't be able to. be looking down at your shoelaces in the morning and you wouldn't know what to do with them.
But you're just saying that the constant seeking to become someone or something other than what is.
Right. That's how the ego would create a search for enlightenment. That somehow or another and that effort is necessary until it's seen to be ludicrous. Not that you decide to be ludicrous. It's just the effort will occur until it no longer occurs. Papaji came to he got a job in Madras to be closer to Ramana Maharshi in the years just prior to Ramana, dropping the body. There are two incidents. Papaji was a pretty arrogant guy. He was, when he was young, he was a colonel in the army, and he was very proud of his nama japa that he did with on Krishna. And
25 years of repetition.
And he was getting visions of Krishna. And on one occasion, he went. He came to see Ramana for the weekend. He worked during the week and then come on on Sunday by train to Tiruvannamalai to be with Ramana. And basically, one time he was mad at Ramana or something. He went to the other side of the mountain and was gone for most of the weekend. And came back on a Sunday. And Ramana says, "Well, where have you been?" And Papaji says, "I've been on the other side of the mountain playing with my Krishna." And Ramana says, "Well, where is your Krishna now? Is your Krishna here now?" And Papaji says, "Well, no." And Ramana said, "Well, what good are gods that come and go?" So that was the prelude. But, sometime later, and this is when Papaji kind of realized that it was time for his sadhana to drop away, that the efforting could drop away. What happened was he came to see Ramana and he was very distraught. And he mentioned that he could no longer sit and do the japa. It just wasn't happening anymore for him. So Ramana said, "Well, how did you get here?" And Papaji says, "Well, I came by railroad." And "You came by train." And Ramana says, "Well, where's the train now?" And Papaji said, "Well, it's gone on its way." And Ramana, to kind of anchor things, said, "Well, how did you get from the railroad station to the ashram?" Papaji said, "Well, I came by bullock cart." And Ramana said, "Well, where's the bullock cart now?" And Papaji says, "Well, it's gone on its way." And Ramana said, "Similarly, your efforting is also gone on its way. You are here, you are now, you are this. It's no longer possible to deny it." When it becomes no longer possible for you to deny yourself, you're home.
I need to take a break.
Okay. He wants to take a break.